champion, loser, smelly viewer. Hello, I'm Adam Pacitti from Cultaholic Wrestling, your undisputed Cultaholic heavyweight champion. How are you doing today, Andrew?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
I'm great. I'm really grand. I'm good. Tom is unfortunately nowhere to be seen. I'm really not sure what has happened. He was meant to be doing these predictions, which is a real shame, because I don't do the B shows. The AEW pay-per-views anymore, which is why the title will not be on the line. It will be defended. Sorry, mate. Sorry. It will be defended at WrestleMania. Anyway, Sunday night is Revolution. Are you hyped?
Yeah?
Yes! Hey, 8 matches on the card.
That's not too bad.
One's an hour long. But 8 matches on the card, and this, you know what, there's some barn burners. There's going to be some really very good matches. Without further ado, let's talk about them. We are kicking things off with the champion, Samoa Joe, defending his AEW TNT title against Wardlow. Andrew, who have you got on what?
They've got to pull the trigger on Wardlow. I think Wardlow deserves this win with all the stuff that's been going on between the two. I think sort of the first run of Wardlow was very underwhelming, and that is not due to Wardlow himself. I think that was the booking. A lot of things haven't gone the way of Wardlow either. Obviously with the NJF stuff, that detracted a lot away from Wardlow too. So I feel like everything's come round. He's had his locks, his delicious, lovely locks cut off. And I think this is a way to get revenge. Get that title on Wardlow and finally have him have a really, really good run. That's what I'm hoping for, at least anyway. Who are you going for?
It'd be nice to see, and I'm not anti it at all. I like it. I think everything that you said there makes a lot of sense. However, I'm going for Samoa Joe. I'm taking Joe here because I think people are expecting Wardlow to win. So to subvert expectations, Tony Khan is going to go, no. But then Samoa Joe is going to lose it on Wednesday instead. We saw Powerhouse Hobbs win the match. He gets himself a TNT title match, and so I reckon Hobbs is going to do it. Regardless of what happens, we're going to get a lot of beefy wrestling over the next week or so.
I mean, there's something could happen in that Powerhouse Hobbs gets himself involved on Sunday. Do you have Samoa Joe? Maybe, yeah. To stop Wardlow from getting the belt.
I quite like
because
that.
those 3 men have history. Something could very well happen, or something might not happen. But I think something could very well happen.
They should put that on the poster, Andrew. That's really good. That's the tagline. Something might very well happen, or something might not happen. Tune in this Sunday.
Intrigue.
Right. So Samoa Joe, I think he's going to do a lot more down in Ring of Honor.
Yes.
Obviously. So I think Samoa Joe is dropping the title in the next week. It's a bit of a guessing game as to who, but yeah, I'm gonna go for Hobbs rather than Wardlow, but coin toss.
Next up, we have Ricky Starks versus Chris Jericho, and the JAS are banned from ringside, Adam. They are not allowed to come anywhere near that squared circle. Who are you going to go for in this one?
So, Chris Jericho is a ridiculously giving wrestler. He is not afraid to put people over.
No.
So, even if it's like a younger guy, an up-and-comer, you can never bet against them because Chris Jericho, and he's awesome. He makes other people look really, really good. However, in this case, I'm going for Jericho because I think the odds are stacked against him in the Jericho Appreciation Society are banned from ringside, but by hook or crook, he's going to find a way to do it anyway. I'm not quite sure how it's going to play out, but I think Jericho's going to do it. Keep in mind that Ricky Starks already has a win over Jericho, so I reckon Jericho is going to get the win back here.
Oh, you make a very compelling point there.
Thank
I'm going
you.
to say Ricky Starks because I think he's going to overcome whatever Jericho throws at him, and I do think we'll get a moment where we're like, oh no, Jericho's going to do it again. Whether, right, I'm thinking now, off the top of this chrome dome, that maybe it's not the JAS, maybe he's just changed the name of the stable or something like that. Or, as we were saying on pitches, yesterday, Action Andretti's been having some things with Garcia and Sammy Guevara, and people are kind of thinking, oh, maybe he might actually join the ranks as well, and maybe he gets himself involved because he's not officially a member of whatever stable Jericho's in at the moment. So something like that could happen, but whatever it is, I don't want to take the momentum away from Starks. I think this could really benefit him in the long run, and as you were saying, Jericho's a giving person, so I'm hoping...
You're almost talking yourself out of it here, aren't you?
I am almost talking myself out of it.
You're giving lots of reasons that Jericho might win. I love the idea idea that Jericho has just renamed the Jericho Appreciation Society to something else for one night. He did trademark Jericho recently. He could go, that wasn't the Jericho Appreciation Society, that was Jericho!
And that is something that Chris Jericho would do though as well, wouldn't it? That would be something that he'd do. And I think some of us are getting a bit sick of the Jericho Appreciation Society stuff. And the thing with Jericho is, he always mixes it up when people sort of feel like it's getting stale. And I think he could very well do something here.
So who are you going for?
I'm going for, because even though, regardless of all the shenanigans that Jericho is going to pull out on the night, I do think Ricky Starks is going to pick up the win.
Good luck. Next up, we got the Elite versus the House of Black for the AEW World Trios Championships. Who have you got on line?
No, Black Mass, you see that?
He tends to get a bit more sort of round.
Well, some of us can't do
Go on, you got me.
What, you not? Oh, there we go. We got him. I'm going to go for the House of Black to win. I really want the House of Black to win. Maybe this is more my heart playing into things than my head. There's not been a lot of build to this match at all, so the House of Black have come back and kind of like just decimated tag teams, but there's been no sort of storyline development other than I think they attacked the Elite and sort of were just like standing there like, hello, we're coming for you now.
They nicked the belts.
They did nick the belts, that's true. But yeah, I think House of Black are going to win. I think if you don't, this is another team that I think if you don't pull the trigger on them now, I don't know when you're really going to pull the trigger on them.
It'd be a real setback for them.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is why I'm going for the Elite.
No.
Well, Tony waited ages for the Elite to come back, and then they did the best of 7 thing, and they put the belts on them. I don't think that you wait all that time and then put the belts on them and then take them away so soon. And it's unfortunate because I'd rather see House of Black with the titles. Yeah. So the Elite can go and do something, anything else.
Yeah.
But I think Tony has made his bed and he's going to lie in it. I don't know why, but I think that's what's going to happen.
It's such a shame because like things felt as though they were finally going the way of the House of Black when Malachi Black came back and when Buddy Murphy came back as well, Buddy Matthews came back, and I was like, okay, now we're actually going to go somewhere with this. We had some really cool vignettes and some really cool promo segments, and now it kind of feels like it's just cooled off again. So I'm hoping that the House of Black pick up the win and then we see them go on to do nice things.
I hope you're right, but you're wrong.
Next up for the AEW Women's World Championship match, it's a triple threat, Adam. We've got the champion Jamie Hayter defending against Ruby Soho and Saraya. Who are you going to go for?
Anyone but Saraya.
Yeah.
No, I think Ruby Riott has been put in this match to take the pin to protect Saraya a bit, simply because although she's not producing the best TV, she is a very, very expensive investment, and I think that's what they want to do with her. So yeah, I reckon Ruby's taking the pin. Jamie is going to retain. I really hope this is a good one. I think Saraya really needs a good one.
Yeah.
So Jamie shouldn't be dropping the title because she's super over and she's super excellent.
Agreed.
And I love Ruby Soho as well. I think Ruby Soho has had a bit of a rough time of it as well in AEW. Yeah. But yeah, I think this should be Jamie Hayter's night. Yeah,
definitely. I think, and I'm going to say the same as well. I think Jamie Hayter she can't have the title taken away from her this soon, at least anyway. And again, like the Saraya's just not really doing it for me at the moment either. And perhaps this match kind of like makes something switch in my head where I'm like, okay, no, I can actually get on board with this. Obviously, we've seen her sort of form this team of ex-WWE people in AEW, and maybe Ruby Soho almost teases joining that little faction with her and Toni Storm, maybe, to go against the AEW homegrown talent. But I don't think Ruby's going to do that because she's bloody got sense. She's got sense.
I love the ex-WWE thing, and Toni Storm was there for like 20 minutes.
And they've got
they could have built a division around her, and they've got... you know what? When I was watching like WCW as a kid, like the spray painting of the back, whether they did the NWO or the yellow streak or anything like that, it was like that is the most disgusting thing they could possibly ever do. I was so outraged, genuine heat. I was like, that is awful. Yeah. That's absolutely awful. But the creative around it is not being great. So yeah, good luck to Jamie Hayter because she should win. Next up, we got Christian Cage versus Jungle Boy Jack Perry in a no-holds-barred match. Who you got on why?
Ooh, it's got to be, he's not a jungle boy anymore, Adam. He's a jungle man now. After everything that he's been through, he's now Brendan Fraser in the one, what he's in.
The Whale.
The Whale. He's like Brendan Fraser. In The Whale. No, I think...
Bedazzled. You're thinking of Bedazzled with Liz Hurley.
That Looney Tunes one. That Looney Tunes one that he's in as well. Back in Action or whatever it is. I think Jungle Boy has to pick up the win here. This feud has been going on for a long time, obviously because Christian Cage has been injured for the longest time as well. And obviously we've seen Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus going at it to kind of like further this storyline a little bit throughout the last year or so. And I think this is the final blow-off. I really do hope it's the final blow-off. I think it's time for everybody to move on from this. I think Jungle Boy picks up the win in some sort of brutal fashion, maybe taking Christian out again for a little bit with a concerto. I don't really know. I don't really know where Christian sort of factors into AEW at the moment with certain things, so it will be interesting to see where he pops up next to within AEW. But yes, I'm going to say Jungle Boy picks up the win.
I am also going for George of the Jungle Boy.
Yeah, George of the Jungle, that's it. Jesus.
For pretty much all the reasons that you just said there. I think it would be a step back to have Christian win. Love Christian. I think he's one of the most underrated wrestlers in pro wrestling history, but he shouldn't be winning this match. Jungle Boy needs to win this one decisively, clean, or as clean as you can in a no-holds-barred match, and then move on to other things.
Yes.
So, yeah, Jungle Boy.
Next up in a Texas death match, we've got Jon Moxley versus Hangman Adam Page. Adam, not Page. Who are you going to go for?
I think this is a really, really tough one. I've racked my brain on this. It's his wheelhouse, isn't it?
It is.
Jon Moxley. He's ultra-violent. But Adam Page, I feel like there's a lot of reasons that he should be winning here. I don't know. Come back to me. Come back to me. Yeah, I know you're not allowed to do that. I want to listen to your reasons.
You're going to inform your decision from my decision.
That's not fair, is it?
Well, it's
I'm
not.
a heel. Go on.
I'm going to say Adam Page picks up the win. I think currently it's 2-1 to Jon Moxley, and I don't necessarily see the feud finishing here. It's going to be an absolute brutal affair. I think we're going to get the sort of the 2-2 between the two, and then finally have like maybe a cage match or something else down the line. Maybe even a blood and guts match between the two, because I think the Blackpool Combat Club at the end of this are turning full-blown heel, and I think we'll see maybe some people align themselves with Hangman Adam Page, maybe members of the Dark Order, because he's still friends with them. And in the pictures video that I pitched, I know that Adam Cole has been trying to be recruited into the Dark Order too. So maybe we've heard all this stuff about mending fences, and I think we presume that's with the Elite, but maybe it's not technically with the Elite. Who knows?
Yeah,
we'll see. But I do think that this is going to be the point where Jon Moxley turns heel, the Blackpool Combat Club turn heel, because they've been showing little signs that they are turning that way, and I do think we're going to get at least one more match after this.
I agree with the heel turn stuff, which is why I'm going to go for Moxley, because I think he does something absolutely disgraceful. There's no holds barred. There is no disgrace in a no holds barred match. Screw it, I'm taking Moxley. It's his match.
Yeah.
It's his match. This is the Ambrose Asylum. I don't know on this one.
Is it?
I hate this. Moxley. I'll lock it in. Moxley. Cool. I'm losing that, aren't I? Bollocks. Next up, the AEW World Tag Team titles are on the line as the champions defend against Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett, Orange Cassidy and Danhausen, and the Acclaimed. Andrew, who have you got and why? No,
I don't. I have the Pow Pow, boys. I've got the Guns to retain. I think they are going to be naughty again and eke out a win in dubious fashion. We've heard rumblings that FTR could perhaps be the ones to take the titles from the Guns down the line, which makes sense because the Guns picked up, I think, FTR's last televised match on AEW. I think they picked up the win against them. So it makes sense to sort of come around full circle. However, I think they'll make us believe that the Acclaimed are going to do it. I think they'll even make us believe that Orange Cassidy and Danhausen are going to do it. I'm really hoping that this is a really good showing for Danhausen.
What about Jeff and Jay?
Well, right. we can.
I think they'd be great.
Yeah, they'll be great, but we can skip over them. I think this. I really want this to be, I want this to be a showcase for Danhausen, because I feel like Danhausen, even though he's been on TV and he's had matches, he's really not got the chance to showcase what he can do in the ring. And I think people that know Danhausen know that he is a phenomenal wrestler in the ring. And I think we're going to get shades of like Cassidy, Pac, and Kenny Omega when they had the Triple Threat World Title match.
And everyone couldn't believe that Orange Cassidy could wrestle.
Yeah.
And he didn't just do that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I feel like that's what's going to happen for Danhausen here, and I hope it does. At least I hope it does. However, it's not going to be the babyfaces night. I think the Guns retain, and we go on. Maybe FTR picks it up down the line, and then the Acclaim pick it back up from FTR afterwards.
Yep, I'm going to run through the teams very quickly here.
Yeah.
You've got Jeff and Jay. I don't think it makes much sense to put the belts on those two. As entertaining as I found them, I've really enjoyed what they've been doing personally. I don't think it's going to them. Part of me thinks, hey, Danhausen and Orange Cassidy shift a lot of merch. Maybe they will be rewarded with a couple of straps, but they're going to shift merch regardless. So do they need that? I agree that it should be a bit of a standout performance for them, but I don't see them doing it either. I don't think the Acclaimed are picking them back up anytime soon. I truly agree with you that the FTR are going to come back and they are going to be the ones to topple the Gun Club. So keep it on the Gun Club for now, and that's the way it's going to play out. The Gun Club, lock it in.
Next up, it's the big one, the AEW World Title match, the 60-minute Iron Man match between MJF, the champion, defending against the challenger. Ooh, he's mad. It's Bryan Danielson, Adam.
So, it's a foregone conclusion, isn't it?
Yep.
Like, I don't know, maybe they'll surprise us, but to me, MJF is going to do exactly what he said he's going to do, which is have a reign of terror. And he is going to win this against, I guess, the modern day Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, the guy that, you know, should be the guy in an Iron Man match. 60-minute Iron Man match. Hey, that's Bryan Danielson's wheelhouse. But MJF is going to be a naughty boy, and he's going to win the match and retain the belt. I don't know what else to say about it. It's MJF's time. He's on fire right now. He's on top of the world in AEW. He's making it feel like his company, and that will continue. So MJF is winning it, and he'll be an absolute bastard in the match.
Yeah, I agree. I think he'll be an absolute naughty boy in the match, but I also think he's going to maybe take Danielson to his limits. He's got a new physique. He's looking fantastic. I think he'll actually really prove that he can go toe-to-toe with Danielson at the same time.
Yep.
Maybe Danielson doesn't expect that to happen from MJF either. Maybe Danielson is just expecting the shenanigans. But then if he gets in there, you know, does a little bit of grapple and then makes Danielson go, oh, actually, maybe I need to be a little bit more switched on, a little bit more ready. And then there's a bit more drama in there then as well, isn't there? It's a 60-minute match.
Yeah.
I think there needs to be, obviously we need the solid wrestling, but I also think we need the drama, the theatre of wrestling a little bit as well.
I think that you're still going to get that drama. I think it is going to be a match filled with comebacks for Bryan Danielson.
Yes.
In that MJF is going to do something straight off the bat, something evil, foreign object, bam. He's going to work the head here. Forget the arms, forget the legs. He's going to work Bryan Danielson's poor old knackered head.
Yes.
Right? Just because of the history that is there, he's going to be targeting that. I think he's going to take a DQ straight away. MJF is purposefully going to go 1-0 down, but then continue to just be horrible and claw it all back. But there will be shades of a comeback numerous times throughout the match for Danielson. But MJF is going to be horrible.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. MJF's still winning. MJF's winning. It's only the beginning of his reign, really.
Just getting started.
So,
totally agree. Tune in live on ice on Sunday for Revolution live reactions. You can set a reminder now. We put a link in the pinned comment below. It'd be lovely to see as many of you there as possible. Following on from that, we have, of course, got What Happened That. We got WTF, all the fun of the fair. So check it out. The title is not on the line because I'm not paid enough.
Why do you get to make these decisions?
Because I'm the boss.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
See ya.